welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. Hello, my name's Hermione, and today I'm going to be sharing with you another Christmassy themed video. It's going to be DIY Christmas decorations. Today's video is so exciting because it's in partnership with Aldi, which is so cool to me because I love Aldi, but their products go very fast. So if you want any of the things that you've seen in this video, you better have a look quickly. The Christmas crafting kits, try saying that 3 times fast, Christmas crafting, that Aldi have out right now are really cool, and I think they're phenomenal value. They've got loads of crochet kits, embroidery kits, make your own felt ornaments, and lots of these are at the $2.99 mark. They're incredibly well priced and they're also really fun to make. They've also got a Pom Pom Wreath making kit. You guys know how much I love pom-poms, so I'm very excited about this one. Without further ado, let's jump into the video and I'm going to share the DIYs and crafts with you guys. This first DIY is a wooden calendar that you can keep year after year. The adorable tiny wreath lets you track how many days there are left until Christmas. I made this with a single piece of plywood. You can stain or paint yours if you'd like. Mine was 28 by 35 centimeters. I drew a grid on the front at the bottom very lightly in pencil. This was 5 by 5 squares, which were each 5 centimeters tall and 5 centimeters long. It fit my wreath perfectly, and then I went on to draw the numbers. I drew these on in pencil, making the downward stroke slightly thicker for a kind of calligraphy look. To fill them in, I used this silver pen from an Aldi Christmas craft set. This worked really well as it doesn't smudge on the wood, it dries instantly, and it forgoes the mess caused by using paint. Plus they give off a lovely shiny metallic finish. With all the numbers filled in, I moved on to decorate the top area. For this I lightly penciled in the word Noel. When I was happy with the placement, I took a piece of red and white string and laid it on top of the letters to make sure I had enough of it. I then started attaching it to the board with hot glue. I found that this was the least messy way to do it, and as you can see, I'm not even following my template anymore. I went a bit crazy with this, but it turned out alright. When adding the glue, make sure to do so in really small amounts so that you can't see it underneath the string. A small glue gun is much more precise when doing this. Now we need to hang the wreath, so to do this I'm using gold push pins centered above each number. You can use nails for this if you'd prefer not to have a very sore thumb after pressing in 25 very stubborn pins. The wreath I used is a miniature doll's house one from a craft store, but you can make one out of wire and wool or a pipe cleaner. The bow did get in the way, so I ended up hanging it upside down, but this is how it looks and I couldn't be more pleased with how it turned out. Moving on to the star of the show, my Pom Pom Wreath. Now you may have seen me make one of these last year, so this time I switched it up. In Aldi's Pom Pom Wreath kit, they supply you with everything you need, including the wreath form, pom-pom makers, ribbon, and 4 balls of wool. I'm saving the red and green wool for other projects and opting to go for a white snowball wreath this year. I'll also be using various sizes of wool. The chunkier the better. Aldi often have huge balls of chunky wool in at around £3, so I always stock up when I see them. Now I know you guys have seen me make a pom-pom before, so I'll just do a quick recap for the newbies out there. Pom-pom makers do all the hard work for you. Just wind the wool around until they're full. Close them up and cut the middle meeting point with some small scissors. Wrap and tie another piece of wool around the center about 5 or 6 times to ensure no fluff fall out, and then let your pom-pom free into the world. Well, not before giving it a haircut, of course. And like I said, I'm using a lot of chunky wool as I love the texture of these large pom-poms, but they're also really quick to make too. I left the strings free after tying the pom so that I could easily thread and tie them onto my wreath form. You can do this method, or you can use hot glue for a permanent fix. Tie your pom-poms on in a random order, making sure to space them out nicely. You should end up with something that looks like this. I hung mine from a hook on the mirror, and I added a sweet little polar bear ornament to give it an extra little something. Moving on again, I'm using some of my favourite crafting kits, these bauble packs, which you can completely personalise to fit your own style, and of course I found space for most of them on my tree although it's starting to get a bit crowded. So for the first set, I'm using these clear plastic baubles, which are great fun to fill with different bits. For the first one, I'm creating this tiny snowy village scene. I started by picking out some miniature village items from my craft hoard, like this house and a tiny bottle brush tree. I glued them both in using hot glue and made sure to really attach them to each other so that they didn't fall down. When the hot glue was dry, I added a few pinches of fake snow to complete the scene and closed up the bauble. I actually added a thin layer of hot glue around the outside of the bauble just to ensure that there were no snow spillages. The next one is another simple one. I took these Scrabble letters, also from my craft hoard by the way, and I fitted them together to spell out the word joy, ensuring that my layout would fit inside the bauble perfectly. With a dab of hot glue, I secured them all together, and once dry, I hot glued the piece into the inside of one half of the bauble. Of course, I had to throw in some pink glitter before closing it, because why not? Moving on, this next one is a personalised ornament that would make a lovely gift. Take a picture of something that you like, here's one of myself and Ben, and place the ornament on top, drawing around the shape where you'd like it to go. Cut the circle out, and for mine I added some stickers saying happy holidays, but this step is completely optional. Once again, use a small dab of hot glue to attach to the inside of the bauble, but before closing mine I added a little bit of fake snow to make it a bit more wintry. And ta-da! An easy personalised Christmas ornament. For the last of the clear baubles, I made this teeny tiny miniature light string. I started by cutting a small section of twine from one of the bauble packs and stringing these adorable little light bulbs onto it. These were beads. I found these in a craft store, but really any plain colourful bead will give a very similar effect. Use a dab of hot glue to stick them in place, and then use the glue to stick the twine to either side of the ornament on the inside. Repeat this whole step again to make another strand if you'd like, and then you can close your bauble and admire your hard work. I just love anything that's in miniature form. I'm obsessed. Look at this. In amongst all the bauble DIY madness, here's a quick and easy hack you might want to try. I created this tinsel star with Aldi's tinsel wool, which comes in a 4-pack for $4.99. This DIY is really versatile and you can use it for so many different purposes. So to make the star, all I did was take some thick gardening wire and wrap wool around it, hot gluing as I went to ensure that there was little to no tinsel slippage. Once it was wrapped, I had tinsel wire, basically, which I decided to fold into a star shape. Quick hack, instead of trying and failing to make a star shape because they're kind of hard, zigzag your wire 10 times to create 5 equal points, and then you can mold it into shape. It will take a bit of fiddling to get it right, but here's how mine looks on the mantle. You can also wrap this in lights if you wanted, or make it bigger. And remember I said the wire was versatile? Well, I think it makes decorating smaller trees a bit easier as it's moldable, so you can make it whatever shape you want and play with it to get it to sit just right. And here's just a few more baubles, just a couple more I promise, from the ceramic bauble kit. The first one is one that reminds me a bit of a rug or a tapestry, so all I did for this one was cut and glue thin strips of textured ribbon around my bauble. I used 4 different ones in total to create a mixed up pattern. Yep, literally that's all there is to this one, but it's one of my favourite ones on the tree right now. This Joy scripty bauble was made in a very similar way to the Noel sign on my advent calendar. After painting the bauble light pink, I sketched the word out in pencil and hot glued my festive string very carefully to the front of the bauble, taking my time. It's so simple, but you can personalise this however you'd want. Maybe write 2018 on it. Just make sure to keep the word short and sweet. And lastly, this one is so simple. I applied more PVA glue to the bottom half of another bauble and sprinkled the glue with some fake snow. I went back in while it was drying to touch up a few less than perfect spots, and voila, a frosty bauble in an instant. So easy. Wow, I think I'm a bit baubled out right now, so for this last quick project, I just wanted to show you how I'd fill this hamper, which comes as a make-your-own hamper kit from Aldi. It's full of shredded paper and comes with cellophane, a tag, and some tissue paper for a bow. I started by adding Irish cream liqueur, which is a bargain for like £3 or £4 in Aldi and just happens to be Ben's favourite drink. I also filled the box with a ton of chocolates, which are my favourite, but you could opt for shortbread, mince pies, or Christmas pudding. Just don't do this.
I did not eat this entire box and then have to sellotape it back up. I've been framed, is what's happened.
I added some crackers, which I managed not to eat, and a reed diffuser and matching candle. I got these for my mum last Christmas and she loved them so much that she's requested them again. A nice touch would be some beauty or skincare products. Aldi have a great selection if you're popping in there. They've got loads of lovely lifestyle bits in, not just now, but throughout the whole of the rest of the year, and they make lovely presents. So that's it, that's everything for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it and it gave you a few ideas of some crafts that you might want to make this Christmas. And once again, if you want to get any of the lovely bits from Aldi, do go and have a look quickly before they're gone because they are incredibly priced. And with all of that being said, it is time I say goodbye and I hope you guys have a great festive season. I'll see you in my next one. Bye.